Hi everyone, I'm glad you're here. Thank you very much for joining me. I found this article about a earthquake, a magnitude 3.4 I believe it was, that occurred on an island off of Greenland that created a landslide and a subsequent tsunami that traveled over 664 miles, literally wiping out a camp that the Dutch had set up for patrols during the summer. This here is the Cineas patrol station, and it was originally over here. It was completely pretty well destroyed. Cleanup has gone on since then. It is called the Ella O. Kong Oscar Forge Station, Northeast Greenland National Park, Northeastern Greenland National Park. It's evidently one of the world's most northerly national parks, established in 1974. It was expanded to its present size in 1988, and it protects 972,000 kilometers of interior and northeastern coast of Greenland. It was the first national park to be created in the Kingdom of Denmark and remains Greenland's only national park. So they had right here established patrols with sled dogs around the coast of Greenland here. So going back to this, relatively minor earthquake, which occurred evidently sometime around September 19th of last year, Dickinson Fjord. In September of 2023, an unusual seismic signal raced around the world, zipping from eastern Greenland to Antarctica in less than an hour. The seismic waves continued to radiate worldwide for 9 days, ringing the earth like a bell. The mysterious signal evidently turned out to be a colossal landslide in a remote Greenland fjord that sparked a tsunami wave up to 200 meters tall, or 660 feet tall, twice the height of the Statue of Liberty. Because this valley is so small, the water sloshed back and forth like in a bathtub. I'm not sure exactly what part of this waterway, the valley, where the landslide happened, but it sloshed back and forth over and over and over for 9 days. They noticed too that the waves went back and forth every 90 seconds. A rock slide high above the valley plummeted into the water here. Evidently it was some 25 million cubic meters, or 82 million feet of rock and ice. Nearly 10 Gaza pyramids worth of material that fell down into the gully and plummeted into the water below. Tsunami waves normally pass within a minute or a few hours, but these persisted for a week. Seeking answers, the researchers simulated the tsunami using high-resolution maps of the channel's shape and its depth. They found that the sharp bend towards the mouth of the valley and a glacial dam at the other end prevented the tsunami's energy from dissipating. They say that the landslide entered the valley at a right angle, so it fired most of its energy on the opposite wall. After the initial tsunami of 660 feet high, it sloshed back and forth for about 9 days, 7 meters or 23 feet high. The initial event, the earthquake and the rock slide, was not observed, but they figured that the collapse of a 1.2 kilometer high mountain peak into the remote Dickinson Forge beneath caused a backsplash of 200 meters, 650 feet in the air, with a wave of up to 10 meters, 360 feet high. The first wave extended across a 10-kilometer, 6.2 miles of the valley, reduced to 7 meters within a few minutes. They also said that after days and days that the tsunami that was splashing back and forth was reduced to probably just a few centimeters. I guess because of buoys and cruise ships that were in the area, that's how they found out about the tsunami. And shortly thereafter, they put out a notice that says, on behalf of the Department of Agriculture, Self-Sufficiency, Energy and the Environment, and the Greenland Police, a warning is issued regarding traffic in the forge systems, which would basically be everything around here. But they specifically warned cruise ships in the LOO area. They went on to say that a small tsunami has been registered in the area close to LOO, where Goyce had located an incident on September 16th, Saturday morning. A seismic signal corresponding with the earthquake of a magnitude 3.4 of the Richter scale has been detected by Goyce, and the Department of Natural Resources and Justices are investigating the cause of the tsunami. There were no reports of injuries. This station was closed for the winter. The tremors from the incident are expected to have affected the surrounding terrain, which means that the risk of further activity cannot be ruled out. After dialogue between the Department for Raw Materials and the Justice Area, the Department for Agriculture, Self-Sufficiency, Energy, and the Environment, and the Greenland Police, it is recommended that the cruise industry exercise caution in the area and take into account the risk of further incidents when planning sailing plans. In addition, passengers and crew members must be advised against disembarking. An inquiry resulted in the Arctic Command starting to investigate what happened at LOO. Everything indicated that a tsunami had hit and washed a lot of the material into the sea. As LOO was abandoned at the time for the season, there was fortunately no injuries. On the following Sunday afternoon, the inspection vessel Kund Rasmussen arrived at LOO. The ship was nearby after last week's task with the ground crew ship in the Apple Forge. Personnel from the Sirius arrived shortly afterward with the help of the crew from that vessel, and then they started the cleanup. Arctic Command launched an overflight with the Challenger aircraft, which took pictures of the area on September 19th. From the pictures, it indicated that a mountain had fallen into the water and that a tsunami and subsequently did hit Dickinson's Forge and LOO. I believe they said that the tsunami actually hit the north side of this little island, and it had a run-up of 55 feet, tossing all the different cargo containers and things like that. Yeah, tossed them into, the waters. Luckily, September there is wintertime, and no one was occupying, the work camp, I guess. So, it was my first thought. I was wondering about people who might be there taking care of the sled dogs, things like that. But thankfully, they weren't there. It took me a while to find the location, but after using Google Earth and the photos that they have posted, it says here LOO, and it names the camp. So it's been almost a year. It's hard to believe we are only now hearing about this event. It could have been a great disaster, but it makes me wonder about other locations along the coast. This area too, I do have drawn out different fault lines and things like that, and there is in this location different nuclear submarines that Russia had scrapped with nuclear material still on board in this location. And that radiation, it's polluting the waters. I got drawn out the different locations that the water does flow. I don't know, maybe God wanted us to draw our attention to this area. I don't know. But I had done this on my own about a year ago. I looked up these different sites of these scrapped nuclear submarines and ships. Yeah, with all that nuclear waste that's still there. Here it says K-278 submarine. And then we got a K-159 submarine. My notes that I have, it says scientists worry about the Soviet sub called K-159, which lies in the heavily fished Barents Sea, shared by Russia and Norway. The body of water where the Kursk nuclear powered submarine sank in 2000, killing all 118 on board. So I guess there's two nuclear subs. There's the K-27 and the K-159 sitting down there. Yeah, highly radioactive objects. And it's unknown to the West since communication with Russia is cut off. Anyways, with all the stuff that's recently going on in the world, yeah, I thought it was kind of a strange timing to find out about this tsunami that happened almost a year ago. What are your thoughts? Put your comments down below. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Please make sure you're subscribed. Please share. And I'll talk to you later. God bless you. Bye.